Hello, everyone. A very good afternoon to everyone who is going to watch this live session and who will be watching this live session later. So, let me introduce myself. My name is Prashant Chaurasia, and I'm the operation head here in Hope Consultant. I'm handling, the admissions in abroad. So, if you want to get the admissions in abroad for your medical and for your non-medical, so kindly send me your numbers. Kindly contact us, and you can also comment. So, we will be happy to assist you. So, today we have a very important topic, and I'm sure who else is going to watch this live session is going to be very beneficial, and this is going to be one of the best live session. Who wants to go abroad, and people, the parents and the students, when they wants to go abroad for their higher education, so, what are things coming in their mind? Why they think abroad is not a good option for their higher education, whether it's medical or whether it's non-medical. So, we will be discussing, we will be talking on each topic, on each point. What are the things and what are the merits and demerits? What are the advantages? And why you think abroad is not going to be a good option for you? So let me introduce myself in a good way, in a very deep way. So I have done my masters in France, and I have done masters in international marketing. So I was in France for more than 2 years. So I have a very good exposure. I have a very good international exposure and very good experience while I was there, while I was studying over there. So before I was planning to go abroad, there were a lot of things and a lot of confusions, and I had a lot of a lot of things, and there were a lot of people who were saying like why you are choosing abroad, why not from India? So will you be safe over there? And what will be your cost structure? And it will be the same as per like India. And will you get the international exposure? And will you get the job? And what are the placements? So trust me, there were plenty of negative things I had, and I was listening with the people, and there were a lot of rumors about abroad education. But trust me, when I have finally decided, no, I want to go to abroad, not only for my education, but also for my international exposure, and but also for the experience, what I am going to get there. It will be different. Yes, why it is different? Because you will be meeting with the different kind of people, and there will be the mixed culture, and you have a very good opportunity to learn their culture, and you'll be getting the opportunity to meet with the locals, and how they live, and what are their fooding, and what is the education quality, and of course the international exposure, what you're going to get there. So yes, I was talking about the rumors about abroad education. So the very first thing we all know about, whenever we are planning to get admission in international universities, so there is a third party, and there is a authorized person in your local country, in your native country, who is going to handle and who is going to work for your documentation and the things before you are planning to go abroad, or before you are going to get your admission in abroad countries. So when you are speaking, and when you are visiting to any consultant, and when you are approaching to any educational consultant, so you should have to be very sure the consultant whom you are approaching, is he a genuine person? And you should also check how many years of tenureship he have, and what is the reputation of that particular consultant in the market, and how many countries they are working with. So the very first thing is, I just wanted to tell you guys, this is my own experience because I already been in abroad, and I have already go through with these kind of things, before I was planning to go abroad. So you have to be very sure, there are millions, not millions, I'm sorry, there are hundred and more than hundred of consultants here in India. They are working in this industry. They are sending students to the abroad countries. So before they are sending to students, this is the responsibility of a parent. Not only the parent's responsibility, this is also the responsibility of a student who is planning to go abroad. So whether whom he's talking, and is it true what he is saying and what he is promising you. So all these kind of things, what he is promising, is that true? And what are the facilities and the college rankings and whatever the things, he's talking to you and he's speaking with you. So is it true? And the very important thing is, you should know the authorization of that particular consultant. Is he have the authorization certificate of that particular country whom he is planning to send you? Yes, so this is very important, guys, and you should have to understand, because there are a lot of, as I told you, there are many of the consultants. Not only the consultant, I will tell you, there are many of agents. Yeah, there are many of agents who are in your city, not in your city, who are in the the country, who will promise you that there is a very good opportunity and I'll give you this package, and you'll be having a very good exposure over there. So you have to be very concentrated and you have to be very concerned about all these kind of things. So yeah, how you gonna check and how you gonna understand is that consultant is true and is that consultant is really having a authorization or not. So there are, there are the websites of those consultants, and you can check on their website, and you can check the certificates what they have, and also you can check the feedback of those students. Also you can check on YouTube, on their Facebook page, that what the students are saying about that particular consultant, and what are the reviews. And yeah, these are the point, these are the few points you have to concentrate and you have to think before you are speaking or before you are going to talk with any consultant. Now I would like to tell you guys, this is not only the responsibility of consultant, this is also the responsibility of yours, and also the responsibility of your parent, why they are thinking that abroad is not a good option for your higher education. So let me tell you very basic things, few things. When, for example, if I will talk about the MBBS, when if you wants to complete your MBBS program, if you're planning to study your MBBS from abroad. So as we all know, the total number of seats is somewhere in India is somewhere like it's 92, 95 thousand for the government colleges, and there are total number of students who are appearing in the exam, who has already been appeared in this exam. NEET exam was near about 15 to 16 lakh, if I'm not wrong. So the 16 lakh students have already been registered for the exam, and they have already given their exam. So as we all know, the total number of seats is 80 to 90,000. So the remaining 15 lakh students, what they will do is, they cannot get the admission in those government universities, because already 90,000 students, they have already got the admission as per their ranking and as per their score. So there are many of the parents and students who thinks, if I didn't get the good score in my NEET exam, and I have been trying for my NEET exam for more than 2 years, 3 years, 3 years. So now it's time to get the admission. So they have the option like, they can choose the private institutions here in India, and they have also a option for the abroad, abroad education, abroad MBBS program. So when we talk about the mindset of Indian parents, so I'll be telling you, as we all know, the Indian parents, they are very concerned about the safety of their children, and to be very honest, they don't want to send their students to the abroad, to the international countries. Why these things are happening? Let me tell you one thing. This is very basic thing I'm going to tell you. When your kid and when you this is I just want to recommend this thing to the parents of the kid, before, because why I'm sharing this, because I have been experienced, and when I was going to the abroad, so these things were happened. So the first thing is, when your children and when your kid got a very good job in international or MNC companies, so you'll be very happy. Why you'll be very happy? Because you were thinking like, my kid got a international company, MNC company, and he will be getting a very good exposure, and he will be traveling across the world. And also, if your kid got selected from any other, from the company, and he wants to, the company wants to send him to the different country, like, US, Canada, whatever country the company is choosing, sending that kid. So on that particular moment, what will be your mindset and what will be your mentality is like, you'll be very happy. So why you are very happy? Because you think, your kid is going to be a very expertise, and he will be getting a lot of exposures, and also, he will be having a very good salary, because he is going to get the selection in the MNC company. So of course, the value of your kid is going to be very high, and he will be very popular. So when this thing happen, when your kid is going to selected in MNC companies, and he is going to be settled in abroad country, so you'll be very happy. Why? Because somewhere you are thinking like, your kid is somewhere, he's getting very incredible thing, and he got his dream or her dream true. So what do you think on that particular moment? Uh, the safety issues, what you're talking about before you are applying for the study, so he will be not facing the safety issues, and the education, and the how we say, so yeah, how we say, the international exposure, and there are a lot of things, when we talk about the placement, the working, and and the education. So the same thing happens. Why most of the Indian families, they don't want to send their kids or their children to the abroad? Just because of the negativity, and just because of the bad humor, and just because of they didn't get the same quality of education, and they are not very satisfied, and there are a lot of mouth publicity, and as because of, there are a lot of rumors that, when you're going to abroad, this thing will be happen. Just tell me one thing, guys, just tell me one thing, people. If you are studying in, the government universities in India, for example, DU, JNU, and BHU, what do you think? There is not they are not facing any problems in the university. There are a lot of protests are happening, and the students, they are, they are fighting over there, and when they come outside, so they are doing a lot of ridiculous things. So what do you think? They are very safe over there? So if you can send your kid to another state, and your kid is, looking everything, and he is facing, and he have the experience that the university is happening, all this kind of thing. And when we talk about abroad, so your mindset is somewhere changing. Why these things happening? So I would like to request each and every parent, before he is going to plan, for their kids, future. So you have to be very specific, you have to be very concentrate, and this is a very important responsibility, one of the biggest responsibility of yours, that your kids, that your children wants to do something. There are a lot of cases I've heard, students, they have a dream to complete their MBBS program, but just because of their score, they cannot get the admission in the good colleges, government colleges, and that is one of the reason, they are choosing another courses. For example, BSc or nursing and another BHMS, BMS. So, what do you think? Being a responsible parent, what do you think? This is going to be a good for the student, for your kid. This is going to what will be the the future of that student. Do you ever think that your kid is going to be in the depression, and he will not be happy because his dream was to be a doctor, but what he is doing now, just because of the guidance, he didn't got the proper guidance, just because he didn't got a proper support from their family, just because he was stuck, and he was stuck in many things, and he was stuck in the rumors. So I would again, I just want to, I would like to request all those parents and also the students, this is your responsibility to check each and everything before you are planning for your higher education in abroad. So you have to check, and just please do your homework, because before you are planning your higher education. If you had a dream of being a doctor, so of course there are plenty of options. And when we talk about the international universities, abroad universities, so trust me, they have a very good qualities. And this is my own experience. I was in France for more than 2 years, and I visited more than 6 to 7 countries. And to be very honest, I never thought that the France is not my country. I was feeling that this is my own country, and the people are very kind, and they are very supporting. So this is all up to you. Until and unless you are not going to be there, until and unless you will be not deciding, and you will be not be very sure that if you want to do something, so you have to do something. The important thing is whom you are talking, and the consultant or the authorized person, is he genuine, is he have the market reputation, and what your parents how much of supporting your parents is. So never let your dream go down. So stay tuned, and just read. And you have a very good, in this 21st century, you have the internet, and you have a Wi-Fi, you have all those kind of platform where you can check in details about the college, about the rankings. And when we talk about, as we have already talked about, a lot of students, they want to get admission in Indian, like private institution. So my first question is, if you can pay 50 to 60 lakhs in the private institution here in India for your MBBS program, this is the basic, basic requirement and basic fees of the private institution here in India. And later on, what happens, also you are going to pay amount of, the donations under the table. So how you think is going to be good for your kid? What will be the image? What will be, what your kid is going to think, when he will complete his course? He will always be thinking like, I came here on the donation. He will be always thinking like, I lost, I had missed one of the best option. I was getting the same course, the same degree, the same facilities, and the very good exposure from the abroad, and they have a ranking. Let us talk about the international students and the facilities, and why those the institutions from abroad, they are very much concentrating on the international students. So every institutions, every country have their they wants to grow their economy, and they don't want to compromise with their quality, of course. So if you are getting the good colleges, good universities, not only good universities, you are getting the government universities. Now there are a lot of questions about parents. I have, I heard that how the students from India, they get the government colleges very easily in the abroad. So I will tell you, there are the international quota, foreign quotas for every university for the international students. So they have somewhere 50 to 60 seats. So on the basis of that quota, you can get the admission. And trust me, the ranking and the facilities, they are very much concentrating on the international students, especially if you want to go to Egypt, as we are promoting Egypt since many years. So if you want to go to Egypt, so they are very much concentrate about the course structure and the post study exposure and the facilities and the your fees and your safety. So every country, they wants to promote their college and institutions. They wants to work for their education system. So this is your duty to check each and everything. I will be sharing you many things, but maybe somewhere I can be wrong. So I will not say that I can be very perfect and you'll be getting all the information correct. So this is your duty to read. This is your homework, and this is your responsibility to check every each and everything. And this is also the responsibility of a parent, because being a responsible person, a responsible parent. So why you are wasting your money? Because we all know, uh, uh, money, earning money is not easy in this time. After pandemic, especially in pandemic, we understood and we value the single rupee. So why you are wasting your money? Why you are giving your donations and whatever the things happening? So just concentrate and just focus on the things what I have discussed in the live session. So I think I have shared all those important things what you should have to take care, and you should concentrate being a responsible family, being a responsible parent. And also it is the responsibility of a children and the a student who wants to go abroad. So I think you are going to get a very good exposure when you are choosing abroad, because to be very honest, I was not very good in communication, and I was very shy, and I don't have, I know I never had experience how to speak with the people, how to talk with the people, and how to share things. And trust me, I got the incredible experience after my master from there. And as already I told you, I have done my master in international marketing. So I have a plenty of options. I also work over there. So I visited over there. So you are going to get a very, very good exposure. And not only the local exposure, you will be also getting the international exposure. If you want to migrate in another country, so they have a very good relation, and they have a very good collaborations with the with the hospitals and with the universities and with the companies. So this is a very good opportunity for you guys. And this is the opportunity for your doorstep to settle in the different countries, whether you want to settle in abroad, whether you want to settle in India. So it is all up to you. So I think it is time to finish this live session. I have covered all these kind of things. Please be aware of those bad rumors, and please concentrate. Please work on yourself, and don't concentrate on people. People are saying different thing about different topics. So this is your duty, as I have told you. And very important, again, I would like to request you guys, and not only the student and also with the parents. So please, be aware, and please concentrate. And just I would like to tell you, whenever you are meeting with someone and whenever you are going to talk with someone for the abroad education, just work on their profile. And there are a lot of things happening in the country. So I think I have covered. So this is all up to you, and I wish you all the best for everyone who wants to get their admission in abroad, and who wants to get admission not only abroad, in India also. So wish you all the best. I'll be coming in the next live session very soon, and till the time, thank you so much for watching this video. this live session. And if you have any queries, so please feel free to ask, and just send your queries, and just comment us. So our team will be very glad to answer all your doubts, all your questions. And if you want to get the admission in abroad, especially for the MBBS program in Egypt, so you have a very you have a very good option. So we are the sole authorized of Egypt MBBS. So people who wants to get the admission, a parent who are thinking of their children, of their kids to secure their future, so kindly let us know, and we'll be happy to assist them. Thank you so much for your patience and cooperation. We'll be coming with the next live session very soon. Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a good day. Thank you.